Well, here on Mishmash TV, we are often lucky as to be able to see some pretty amazing performances, and today is no exception. We're here at Ngaruawahia Primary School, and we're going to be treated to a bit of a puppet show, so why don't we go and check it out.
Your nose? It's rude to pick your nose.
Well, we have had the pleasure of being able to watch a pretty amazing puppet show, and now I've got Dan with me who ran the puppet show. Thanks so much for talking to us today, Dan.
Oh, thanks, Brittany.
That's all right. Now, it was such a cool show. What's the kind of theme of your show at the moment that you do?
Well, the one that we're doing at the moment is road safety.
Yep.
So with busy roads, of course, kids have to be careful out there.
Definitely.
And we have a pūkeko, pōrangi, who just doesn't know how to cross the road. So,
yeah.
So the beauty is that we can get the kids to teach them how to cross the road.
Yeah.
Well, they're teaching, and they're, of course, reinforcing what they already know or what they've forgotten.
Yeah, it was really interactive and so cool. And was it Pōrangi? Yeah, that's his name. He seems like a bit of a character. Now, how many characters do you have involved in the show?
About a dozen.
Yeah, there's so many of them. And where do you guys get the puppets from for your show?
We make them at Puppet Vision Studios.
Yeah.
And they're made, some of them with rubber latex and some of them other fabric, foam and fabric. But it's really good fun also making the puppets and giving them their personalities.
Yeah.
And then being able to take those out to the kids.
Yeah, it seems like such a cool job to have. Now, how often do you go into schools every week?
Virtually every day.
Yeah.
It's just about every day in schools. Sometimes we have the odd day off, but when we do have those days off, that's repairing and maintaining the puppets and getting new ones ready.
Yeah.
And we're preparing shows on bullying and dental hygiene and a whole bunch of other things as well.
Yeah.
All kinds of values programs too, through Puppet Vision.
Wow, that is so cool. It's amazing that you guys can make, especially stuff like dental hygiene, make it really fun for students as well. So that is a great job to do.
Well, what was for? Well, my mates and I, we like to go and practice football down at the park. Oh yeah, right, Memorial Park in Tauranga. Yeah, that's right. Only last Wednesday, the coach had left after we had our practice, so we decided to have a quick game all by ourselves. You did? Yeah, it was really cool. Someone kicked the ball to me, and I was running backwards to try and catch it. They kicked it really high, and then suddenly, bang! Bang what? Bang! I ran bang into a car on the road. Oh, wow.
How did you get involved with puppeteering and all this sort of thing?
Well, I guess I was about 14 or 15, Brittany, when I first got up some marionettes.
Yeah.
My sisters and I got marionettes for Christmas. So we put on shows for the kids in the local area and also for our immediate family. And in those days, of course, we had to have the big record, so we put music on and made a keyboard and a guitar, and these puppets came to life. And then later on, I got involved with kids' work and started to use puppets, and the kids seemed to remember everything the puppets told them.
Yeah.
So I was blown away. I'm still blown away, actually, 40 years later, that it's going the way it is, and that the kids respond so well.
Yeah, They seem to learn so much from it, and like you say, it's just reworking information they already know, so they're just repeating it back to you, which is cool. Yeah,
that's right.
That is amazing. So how long does it take you to prepare a show like what you showed us today?
Sometimes months,
Yeah.
sometimes years even, depending on what it takes to make the puppets and build all the sets, because we have a reverse projection screen going.
Yeah.
And there's the puppets to make as well, and writing the script and building the theatres, and so sometimes it takes a long time, but once it gets going, then, well, here we are.
Yeah, then you're all set up. And what schools do you go to? Like, what sort of areas around here do you visit?
Well, at the moment it's the Waipa area, Waikato, and then next week we'll be in Rotorua for 2 weeks. We were there 2 weeks before. Sometimes up in Auckland, the kindergartens up there. So it's the whole of the central North Island and up to Auckland.
Yeah. So what sort of age is the show targeted at?
Well, we go right up to intermediate for
cool.
road safety. So we do one for the intermediate kids on driving dad's car and quad bikes and that sort of thing. But it comes right down to the preschoolers as well. So we do a softer sort of a puppet. We use a fabric puppet for the preschoolers because the rubber latex ones are a wee bit intimidating.
Yeah, yeah.
But real looking.
They totally are, and they're like mini people, so they could look quite real.
Yeah.
So how can schools get in touch with you if they would like you to come and visit their school?
Well, usually it's through the Travel Safe coordinators that are involved with each of the councils that you can get the road safety show. But also we've got a website, www.puppetvision.co.nz, and people could go on the website and find out what we do from there. We've got some YouTube clips on there where they can learn to make sock puppets and paper bag puppets and all kinds of stuff on there. So
Cool. Well, maybe you could try that out yourself at home, maybe make some puppets just like Dan does and put on a little show for some of your classmates.
That's right.
Thanks heaps, Dan, for chatting to us.
Thanks, Brittany.